Welcome to Blown to Bits, the podcast where we talk about all things nerdy and sometimes life lately. Speaking of life,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm Nathan.
Hey.
And I'm obviously real loud. Sorry about that.
He's really excited that I got married.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty excited for the homie, man. It's pretty cool.
Right on.
Yeah, that's Charlie.
I'm Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan.
But yeah, man. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually we're supposed to go up to the mountains and get married today, but I said no. Podcast is too important, more important than our wedding pictures.
Yes.
So
Hell yeah.
Sundays are for the boys.
Yeah, kicked her out.
Yeah.
She's
Day one, putting the foot down.
she's a target.
That's dangerous for a wife to be at.
Well, she doesn't have a debit card right now because
look at all the things
I took
you
it
could
away.
get.
No,
Oh no.
she had some like fraud charges, so they're sending her a new one.
Okay.
So she went just to return. She got these like Anna and Elsa wigs from Frozen, but they were like just horrible quality.
Oh.
They looked awful. So she she has a little tag gun that you put like tags on stuff, and she like re-tagged them to the packaging.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
To
Clever.
return them.
I was about to say, I ain't going to be returning some stuff that's been on my head already.
Yeah, and I was like, for both of them, it was like $40. So
Yeah. Get that money back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So, I think, are you all caught up on House of X and Powers?
I have finished House of X and Powers of 10.
What'd you think?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Gosh. I have a question, though.
What's that?
Like, do you think, like Baldwin brought this up last week, and it just, like, made me ponder about it, but you think, like, Cyclops and Marvel Girl and
Logan,
Wolverine, yeah.
Got like a thing going?
Yeah, because like Jean's, or I'm just gonna call her Jean Grey. That's the easiest for me. So
Yeah.
Jean's room is in the middle, and like there's open doors. Like there's doors from Logan's and Cyclops' room.
I mean, I think
what is this?
it's got to be going that way.
I think it's the last one, right?
Yeah, so it's in no, it's in
Is it
Dawn
Powers?
of X, so X-Men 1.
Oh, that's right.
That went right over my head.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh,
even
yeah.
see that.
No, I love like how they have like these little like breakdowns, like Moira's journal, for example.
Yeah.
And, like all the different maps are super cool. I think, was it near the back? I don't know. But
I think it was kind of in the middle.
it was so cool. Like how, like, you know, Scott Summers' home is on the moon.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about like the floor plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the floor planet of it all. And like, gosh darn it. Right when I need to perform, I can't.
But yeah, so it is interesting, like, that they're kind of insinuating that Wolverine is living there as well.
Yeah.
And that the rooms are connected. And, I mean,
like
you
that
know.
like that little interaction between Wolverine and Vulcan.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's like, I want my steak rare. You'll have it rare. Medium rare. And like Vulcan's like always dramatic. It's like my fire, like in my heart burns like 1,000 suns. You see how there's like everybody else has like separate rooms, no doors between them, but those three.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
That's small.
Yeah.
That's subtle.
So I mean, I guess Moira's like looked into the past or like through her
Let's see if we
experiences.
can show the camera.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, listen, this has always been like a weird dynamic between you guys, so you need to figure that shit out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, y'all totally need to figure
Get it
that out.
figured out. And I
Because
guess
we can't have, like, mutants on mutants
Yeah.
here, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess-
violently.
it's 2019, so Wolverine's poly now, guys.
I'm so happy for him.
I've got a friend that's poly on Facebook, and that's like all they ever post about.
Is that a thing? Is that a status you can put on Facebook now?
I don't know.
Oh, that was
Maybe.
just
I
for
don't
dating
know.
profiles.
That would just be too exhausting.
Yeah, it's too much work, man.
One woman's enough, guys. That's more than enough. Sorry, Randy, but
Oh, man. But yeah, so I picked up Excalibur 1 and Marauders 1 that have came out since this has all happened. So I'll get those to you too to check them out. But Marauders is pretty cool. Like, it's like Kitty Pryde. Did I talk about this last week?
I don't remember last week.
So it's like Kitty Pryde and Storm and Iceman and a couple others, all on a pirate ship basically, and they're like sailing out to certain parts of the country or the world that hasn't accepted, like Krakoa.
Oh, okay, like the mutination.
Basically, Atlantis and Wakanda. They didn't say where they're going, but I have a feeling it's going to be Wakanda because Storm and Black Panther have had a thing in the past in comics. So
Ororo and T'Challa.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited to see how that turns out. And then,
most definitely. Are they like sailing out there to like cause trouble?
It's diplomacy.
Okay, all right.
Trips,
but really, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, and it's also like they're kind of like flying under the radar.
Okay.
And for some reason, Kitty Pryde can't travel through the Krakoa gates.
Like,
yeah, like at the very beginning of the comic, she tries to walk through one and just like runs her face into it and it breaks her nose. And she's like, "What's going on?" Because
oh no, that sucks.
Yeah,
that
because
suck.
like Krakoa like chooses people, you know, that are mutants.
Yeah.
But supposedly, like, if you're not worthy or if something's up, like, they won't let you through.
Oh, damn. I was thinking it was because of her powers, because she could, like, phase through stuff, but...
Yeah.
Maybe
the island just doesn't like her right now.
Mm-hmm.
Foreshadowing.
That's cool. That's a nice little fold in the story right there.
Yeah, for sure. So that one was pretty cool, but that whole first book was just kind of setting up that team.
I gotcha. It's going to be a lot of, you know...
Be like 2 Omega level mutants on there, like Iceman and Storm. Yeah. Like, you can do some damage for sure.
I was asking Nate when we went hiking the other day. Do you remember that movie, the Marvel movie? It was
I looked into this.
You did?
Yeah.
It was like a horror movie where it was like in an asylum or an orphanage, and it never came out. It
is New Mutants.
Okay.
Yeah, and I looked it up. I didn't really look into anything about how it had been canceled or why, because they had a couple really dope trailers for it. But if you look it up now, it says like 2020. Like, it was supposed to come out in April of this year, and now it's like 2020.
See, I remember seeing these...
So I don't know if they pushed it or what.
So it's New Mutants, like they're going to make a new movie? Is what we're thinking?
New Mutants comes from the comics.
Yeah, this was like them, I guess, trying to pull a little Sony, and it was about mutants, like teenagers in, like, was it an orphanage or an asylum?
It was an asylum.
An asylum, but it was
a horror movie.
Yeah, a straight up horror, like rated R horror movie.
Whoa.
The girl Macy Williams from Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Arya. She was one of the main characters in it.
And then the guy that plays Jonathan Byers from Stranger Things, so the older brother that played records for the younger brother, he's in it. Like, he's a mutant.
Yeah. Then the trailers came out like years ago. And, I mean, it looked scary. And then I guess there was like a big deal about it being like rated R, because this was even before Deadpool came out.
Right.
And from what I heard, it got canceled. But I guess now...
When I looked it up, I didn't look into anything about it being canceled. I just looked up the trailer because we had talked about it, and it said April 2019. And then when I looked up the cast and stuff, it said like 2020. So I don't know what the deal is.
I think it probably got canceled because it was too much, and then
too ambitious.
Yeah, well, then like the success of Deadpool and was it Hellboy? What's the other rated R superhero one?
There was Deadpool 1 and 2, right?
Right? Wolverine or Logan.
Logan, yeah.
Now that they're doing, a lot better than the calmer versions, I think they ended up bringing it back probably.
Okay.
Plus, like, there was probably like some casting, like changes,
casting issues, or recasting perhaps. Okay. No, that sounds really cool. Like a little different avenue or perspective on that kind of genre.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the X-Men to come into the MCU, and for Disney Plus to drop because we'll start getting some of that Marvel like television content.
Yeah, well, we got the final trailer for the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
You know, Bill Burr, the comedian, is in the Mandalorian.
No.
Yes, he's in the trailer, and apparently he was in the first trailer. Like when that Twi'lek like turns around and winks, there's a bald guy walking away behind him or her, and that's Bill Burr's character. Freckles is in a Star Wars movie.
I'm really excited about it. That trailer looks, I mean, it's movie quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They said that it's the most expensive budget for any Star Wars.
They've got to come out strong.
Mm-hmm.
They got to hit the ground running and get people on board. That, and it's 9 days away.
Yeah.
It's the 12th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the 11th.
Yeah.
12th.
With less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
Counting down. Have y'all heard about I think this just came out this morning. I was just checking like news on my phone, but Brie Larson is being considered heavily for Ahsoka Tano. Like, you know Ahsoka from Star Wars?
Yeah.
Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Yeah, like
Sounds
they're
awful.
they're talking. I agree. They're talking about doing an Ahsoka series on Disney Plus or like a standalone film, and like Brie Larson's the main person they were targeting right now.
I mean, that's a cool concept. I've always liked her, but like I've liked Ahsoka, but Brie Larson is like one of those narcissistic feminists.
I don't like her as
to,
a
like, to the
person, and
extreme.
I really don't think she's that great of an actress. Her, like, Captain Marvel was really just dry. Like, there was, like, the acting was just kind of like...
A little wooden.
Yeah. I didn't dig it that much.
It was narcissist. It was like, she was just kind of like, okay, I'm here now, worship me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm in a Marvel movie, you have to love it now.
Yeah. It's like, guess who made it, guys? I don't know.
You know who I thought would be, and I'd seen concept art of this actress, what's her name? Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Did you watch, she was in Kids a long time ago, that movie. She was in Daredevil and all those Marvel ones that were on Netflix. She was the nurse.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I'd seen concept art of her, like, playing Ahsoka when
That
people just
would be
graphic
cool.
designed it, and yeah, it looked awesome, and she's a great actress. She's in
She's
Sin
wonderful.
City.
Yeah, like
I liked her.
But she's
in
Tarantino
gorgeous.
loves her, or like
Yeah.
Rodriguez, or one of the two. She was in one of the Grindhouse movies, I think.
Yeah, she was.
I liked her in the Good Guys or the Other Guys. She played Will Ferrell's wife,
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen that.
and he's just horrible to her.
What?
And Mark Wahlberg's like, "That's your wife?" He's like, "What?" 'Cause she's like super hot, and he's
Yeah.
like, Will Ferrell's just like awful to her, and she's
It's like, I can't believe she's this ugly. It's
Yeah.
like, you just like,
What?
And she's like in this like beautiful dress and like made this like big dinner for him and like just perfect host, like perfect make, you know,
Yeah.
just her. And he's like
like apologizing
yeah.
for his wife. It's just like, I'm sorry, this dirt ass meal. And like,
Oh my god.
to that degree, not verbatim, but. It was-
Yeah, and Mark Wahlberg's like obsessed with her. He's like, "Bye,
Yeah.
Sheila. Sheila, bye."
Yeah, I would totally be obsessed with her too. Yeah, man. And so I guess the New Mutants comic comes out next week, so
All right.
maybe we'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
I don't imagine it being a horror comic, but that would be cool if it was. Horror, not horror. Horror.
2 syllables, not
2
one.
syllables.
So I've stopped playing Rad.
Oh man, I still haven't beat it.
Me too. I'm done playing Rad as well.
I mean, I've got a lot of hours into it,
Yeah.
but I picked up on the Steam sale the other day. Enter the Gundam
Gungeon? Like a dungeon for guns?
the Gungeon, which I showed you a little.
Yeah,
bit
it was
before.
really neat. Like nice little pixel style, like weird ass guns in there.
There's 100. I've got like 8 to 10 hours in. I've died like 50 times.
It's one of those games where you're gonna die a lot.
Yeah, and I'm still like finding new guns.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's like a zapper, like a Nintendo zapper, that like shot like those light bullets, but like whenever you reloaded, a duck shot out, and it's like kind of like a little rocket,
Like Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
There's one that shoots words. It's the word gun, and when you shoot, the letters that spell bullet come out, and it goes bullets, bullets.
That's awesome.
There's the rad gun, which is actually a gun with a backwards hat on a skateboard.
That's the gun I want.
Every time you like reload, it goes cool,
Cool.
awesome.
It shoots pizza.
tubular.
Shoots pizza slices.
There's one that does shoot pizza. It's the trash gun.
The trash gun.
Yeah, and it's a big giant trash can, and it shoots trash, and some of the trash is pizza, and then it like has like this poison ooze.
That's crazy.
My favorite one so far though is the shell, and it's a shotgun shell that shoots shotguns.
What?
Yeah,
So you hold a big giant shell as a gun, and the shell shoots actual shotguns.
That's
That,
awesome.
like, spin.
Yeah.
There's like a bullet that shoots like handguns.
yeah. There's a t-shirt cannon.
What?
Yeah,
Is there a potato gun?
I haven't come across that.
It
But
wouldn't surprise
Yeah.
me if it
Yeah.
was.
there's a wind-up gun, and every time you reload it, you like set it down. You go dun 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 dun. Dun.
Is there like a Tommy gun, like Dick Tracy style?
Yeah, I mean, there's like real serious guns. There's like an M1 and like, you know,
The Gatling gun is like just a boss killer. You can kill.
Oh, really? Just
Yep, and you're done.
out.
And do you get these just randomly?
In the chests,
Okay,
Yeah, you
cool.
Just use a key to open a chest, and there it is.
there's 4 different characters that you can play as, and there's 5 different levels to the dungeon, kind of like how Rad is.
Yeah.
I've made it to the 5th once, but I haven't beat the game. The bosses are
The bosses are so tough.
Damn.
like.
So is this cross-platform? I could get this on Xbox.
I'm assuming.
I'll
I've
look
seen
for
it
it.
on I've seen it on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah,
So it's around.
and even full price on Steam, it's only $15.
Yeah.
So it's a cheap game.
You find it on sale, it seems like a really good pickup.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
I paid $7 for it. It was like half off,
Booyah.
but
Sweet.
it's a lot of fun.
I want to get the pirate game too that we talked about.
Sea of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't done that yet?
No, not yet, man.
Sneak
I'm getting-
$5.
I know. I just got to get caught up on some post-production stuff. Maybe over this winter, man, when things start to slow down and get some gaming
Right.
in.
Yeah.
But and I'm still playing Rad. I have to beat
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
I have to.
I beat
that
it
game.
3 times, and I was like, okay.
I've
I'm
got
just
all the
done.
endings.
You did the speed run?
I did the daily challenge. I beat it on a daily challenge. After so many times of getting so close, I just like pulverized it this last time. So I'm
Nice.
Yes.
like, you know, I've beat it like a total of like 12 times or something, and like that little statue in the beginning part, like it keeps building. Like the more wins that you get, like they add on more. Like it's just initial little bat, but now mine has like little neon lights on it and everything. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. It's not a game that you play forever.
No.
It's definitely. I'm definitely gonna pick it back up like every once in a while, just to be like, okay, yeah, this is fun. Just like Rad, just to hear that voice.
Turn the bass all the way up.
And
Yeah.
I hope they update like or do like another chapter or something like that. It wouldn't, kill
Just
them.
add another level to it.
There's that door. There's that door that doesn't open. Like nothing happens.
Maybe they're holding out for something
That's
like
what
that.
I'm hoping for. So if that happens, I'll pick it back up. But
Yeah.
every once in a
It's
while,
a good game.
Yeah.
Definitely got our money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What now, though?
I guess this Gungeon.
Yeah, Gungeon.
I'll get into Gungeon.
Yeah. I'm just at the point in my life where I have to play like pretty much roguelites,
Right.
just because I don't have time to like grind.
Yeah. Keeps
anymore.
it fresh, like quick pick up and play.
Yeah, like Destiny and Call of Duty and stuff.
Right.
I don't have 4 or 5 hours a day
Yeah.
to dedicate to those anymore. So
It's crazy. Now I'm feeling like old because like I just realized today that Diablo 4 is announced. Like there's going to be a 4th Diablo coming out.
Wow.
As well as like Overwatch 2. There's going to be like I was just like I guess they have been out, like Diablo 3 and Overwatch have been out for like what, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. Just makes me feel old.
I think Skyrim came out in November of the year that it came out. Was that in like 2009, 10, 11?
2000 old.
I don't know.
2000 old.
Yeah, Randy was, we were talking earlier today. He's like, back in my day, the boxes and the cubes were what we played on. And like, she actually thought, like the GameCube came out like way earlier than the Xbox, but both the GameCube and the original Xbox were like released 3 days apart, like in 2001.
I didn't know that.
Right?
I remember it was like 2001.
Yeah, that's like console.
I didn't know it was the same day,
that's,
though.
That's like the end of the console wars. Now, like, consoles are just like, you're doing your thing, we're doing our thing. Like, let's cross-play every once in a while. Like, no hard feelings or anything. But
it's to the point where people are just invested in these systems because they're so expensive that they're just going to stay within their family.
And they're working, like, to keep those people, like, with the same console, with the backwards compatibility and, like, you know, the Xbox Game Pass or whatever. So
yeah. I mean, ever since I was an Xbox 360 fanboy over PlayStation 3, but when the PS4 came out, I switched over. And I would say, like, about a year ago, I tried to get back into Xbox, and I bought an Xbox One and mainly played Sea of Thieves on it. And I just couldn't do it anymore. It was like, it was foreign to me.
Right? It's like being gone from it so long.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know how to do anything in the menus.
Man. I just inherited mine from my brother because he had bought both. He had a Xbox One and a PlayStation 4, and he decided...
He kept the good one.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm done with this one. You can have it, though.
And he... I was hanging out with him on Christmas a couple years ago when we were both in town, and he's like, hey, man, if you want my Xbox, I'm just going to bring it to you. And I was like, cool. And I like went to buy Skyrim before I left Nashville. I bought an old copy of it, and because that's all I wanted to play. And that's all I played on that thing for like the first year I had it.
Yeah. It was
an old game.
I'm not getting the next console, the PlayStation 5.
When is that supposed to happen?
I don't know.
Next year, maybe?
Yeah. I don't even play mine anymore. I've got 3 PlayStations, and I use them to watch Netflix.
Right. I mean, I can understand, like, having your setup as is. Like,
I mean,
you got all the stuff you need.
Yeah. My son, he still he uses them for Fortnite and stuff like that. But even then, I'd like to build him a computer. I'm just, at 12, I'm just not quite ready for him to have free reign over the internet.
Yeah.
Wise move.
Yeah.
Smart.
No, I'm gonna have you and hopefully Adam get his input on building up a PC for me.
Well,
once I get like a room set up and like it'd be really cool.
I was gonna say I've got a bunch of parts. You can finish building a computer for about $200.
Yes.
Because I've got the motherboard, I've got the graphics card, and something else. Like, all you would need was like power supply, RAM, a case, and maybe like a monitor.
Okay.
And it would get you a PC that would play games on like medium settings.
I got you. I don't know. Like, I want to go hard or go home though. Sometimes.
Nice.
Well, the biggest thing is just the graphics card. That's the graphics card that I had before this new one. If you get a graphics card, pay like $500 for one. It would bring it'll
have you set for a while.
It would bring those components almost up to this.
Okay.
Like really close to it.
I dig it. I can do that. That, and I want to get I want to really get a camera to take like close-up photos of a lot of things, like a macro lens. Is that what it's called? Is the camera necessarily as important as the lens in terms of that, or
the lens is basically going to be like how sharp and the focal distance. The camera is going to determine the quality of like
how the image is processed. Yeah.
Okay.
How many pixels are going to be in the picture? Something like this one, you can get on eBay for about $300 or less.
Just the body, or
just the body? Throw a macro on it, and it's perfectly fine for what you want.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you wanted to buy other lenses for that, I mean, you could.
Yeah. I think if I ever did get into photography, like how you're inspiring me. But I would definitely want to focus on like close-ups of a lot of stuff, like having the camera here and just like the thing just be like inches away.
Yeah, the next lens that I plan on getting is a macro. There's a Sony 90 millimeter 2.8 macro.
Mm-hmm.
On eBay, you can get it for about $800.
Nice.
Okay,
that's like professional.
that's a good one.
That's that's the nice one. You can definitely find.
That's some top shelf lens right there.
You could probably find a cheaper one for probably like $200 or $300.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you could even go off brand and get one for like $100 or $200.
Right. As someone who just wants to pursue it as an amateur, probably sounds.
If you just want somewhere to start, you could definitely do it for less than $500.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, so probably here, like within a year, I will save up, an equal amount for my gaming PC and a nice camera. That'll probably be a nice creative venture, because I really want to spend so much money on new music equipment.
Yeah,
I want you to get a second
right
one.
now. A second Electribe would be super
awesome.
cool, and that wouldn't like distract me too much. But there's so many cool like Roland's new line of like boutique kind of synths. Like they're bringing back like the TB303 bass line. There's like a 909 that they've redone. There's like they've done a new groove box. There's going to be a new Roland groove box that's probably out right now.
Oh my god.
I know. And it's like, guys, I left my groove box. I still have my 2 groove boxes, and they're still able to be played, and they still have the old songs on them, but like they're just like they're there, like, and I'm not messing with them anymore. I don't think I need to return back to groove boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, a new one though.
It looks cool. I recommend you guys like check it out. It's got like it looks really weird. I'd love to
Just go sit down and play with it.
Yeah,
Maybe you could rent one. You can rent like music equipment sometimes.
Right. Maybe just hang out in Guitar Center for like 3 hours.
Yeah. I got pretty excited when the new Kai MPCs came out. I don't know if you've seen any of those.
I haven't seen any of those, but
man, I haven't played on any of them yet, but they look really, really, really awesome.
Yeah.
right.
Once I got Ableton, I just kind of completely. I haven't dropped the MPC, but I've been updating it and kind of like doing some cosmetic and mechanical work, but I don't know if I'll ever go back to it.
Sometimes you just got to move on.
Yeah, man.
The thing with
Ableton's
those
the bomb.
is like the new ones. Like if you think camera equipment's expensive, try getting into a Kai.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are not cheap.
We don't have really cheap hobbies, guys. I'm sorry.
No, we don't. Comics, gaming, music,
Right.
video, photography, it's all expensive.
How's fly fishing cost?
Well, I kind of worked out a deal with Rob because he wanted, and still does want, because we haven't done it yet, some video stuff done.
Okay.
And when he took me fly fishing the first time, and I loved it, and just asked about how much do you think I should
what's this
cost, or
rod
like,
and
could you
starter
steer me in the
kit?
right direction? Yeah. He's like, how about I just put a package together for you based on like kind of what you want, and we do some barter for video. And I was
Okay.
like, perfect. So
A little haggling.
mhm.
Little trade ski.
Yeah.
But it's all Orvis stuff that he got me, which is like the top notch kind of stuff, and because he's endorsed by them, so he gets a deal.
Nice.
So yeah,
Swank.
Nate,
a lot of video work for him.
I hate to cut you off.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the camera's about to cut you off.
Sorry,
shit, we're
sorry,
going.
dude.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Peace.